Today is the 67th birthday of Comrade Mumia Abu Jamal. We would like to extend our love, our thoughts, our prayers to this king who has been incarcerated for 39 years unlawfully for a crime that he didn't commit. So, peace and love to him. Good evening, y'all. It's been a fucking hell of a week, hasn't it? It's been a hell of a week. I know. We would like to, on the behalf of myself and the EvoluCulture family, we would like to extend our deepest condolences to the families of Shock G, of DMX, Brother Black Rob, to the young man and young lady who were unnecessarily gunned down. It was a lot this week. It was a lot. And I kind of feel like it's my obligation to give you guys some sort of solace this episode. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hope you had a good 420. I did. That motherfucking Redman and Method Man versus was like a fucking concert. I don't care what anybody says. That was a concert, and I thoroughly enjoyed all 2 hours of it. It was needed. It was really needed, man. It's like with all of the corruption and the death that's going on around us, it's like, where do we pull light from? Where do we? How do we go forward and make effective change? Like, marching is not enough, and doing all of that is it's just not enough anymore. So I think for those of us who have it on our hearts to get out here and get in the battlefield and fight for the lives of Black people that are constantly unlawfully gunned down by law enforcement, for political prisoners, for our culture, for our communities. Like, however we can do that, we've really got to start doing that, because we've really got to start to create safer spaces and safer environments for ourselves to grow up in, our children, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, grandpa, grandma, all of that. Like, it's we have work to do. We have a lot of work to do. So I just encourage you, in whatever way you see fit, to find out what we can do in our communities to better safeguard our children, our loved ones, ourselves. And if that means you getting a gun license, then do your motherfucking thing. My big bro got a whole fucking assault rifle. Like, I was so proud to see that. Legally. Don't get no sawed off joint that you got from man on fucking 12th Ave. No, do it the right way if you're gonna do it. All right, y'all. We need some solace. We need some vibes. This is unusual in the background. Really looking forward to the interview with him. He will be performing his recent release during these challenging times in full for you tonight. You're welcome. So yeah, let's just get into the business. I'm ready. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do things a little bit differently this episode because I didn't really have time to be writing shit out. One thing that I am excited about, and I'm not sure if you know, but King DMX completed an album right before he passed. Now, do we know when it's coming out? No. The man just transitioned. We need time. The family needs time to grieve. I really hope that Def Jam doesn't just like somersault and just throw it out haphazardly, but really like, do what X would really have wanted to do with it, and release it the right way. Um, the 50-year-old had completed a new album for Def Jam and Rough Riders. It was slated for release this summer, but it could be moved up. The rapper also finished work on a documentary for HBO about his life and musical works. So not only are we gonna get an album, we're getting a documentary too. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this because not for nothing. Don't Try to Understand A Year in the Life of Earl DMX Simmons is the documentary. The Tribeca Film Festival description of the documentary says it combines archival and original footage to reveal the vulnerability behind the tough public image that DMX worked to cultivate throughout his career. Looking forward to that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can get a date for the record. There is no date. There is no clear schedule on whether the release will be moved up, but a new DMX album is coming. The rapper has always been candid about his life in his songs, which is very, very true, which is why he will be missed because there was very, 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 very few. There was no DMX, period. There's such a huge fucking hole in hip hop now. Like, it's crazy, but rest easy. We love you. Rest easy, Shock G. That really broke my heart. Believe it or not, I was really into Digital Underground when I was younger. Humpty Dance, of course, was everything, but Pac got his start with Digital Underground. For those of you who don't know, and these are cassette tapes on my shirt. Fire, right? So it's like we lost Shock G, we lost Pac. It's like there's X, Black Rob. There's like these potholes in hip hop now, and it's like, how are we going to fulfill these gaps? Brother Black Rob, he suffered 5 strokes before he passed, and it was alleged that he was homeless at the time, which is really heartbreaking, considering the music that he was able to catapult up the charts with Bad Boy. He shouldn't have been homeless, but I digress. Rest in peace, Shock G. Rest in peace, DMX, man. That shit hurt bad. And rest in peace, Shock G. That shit hurt even more. All right. Let's just jump into the curious case of Lil Nas X while we're at it, because I know y'all are waiting on this for me. Well, for those of you who care, I know. Do I like the video? I love the video. Do I think I could have done a better lap dance on Satan? Fuck yeah. I love Montero. I really do. I love the song. Shout out to Rap Critic on YouTube who did a phenomenal breakdown of the Montero song and video, which I encourage you to watch. Maybe you'll understand it more, because just putting it out there, people didn't really like. Call Me By Your Name is apparently a film, which I didn't know about. I don't want to get into it because I don't really have concrete details on what the film was about. Something about a guy exploring his sexuality or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be a good film. I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying. Like, immediately after Montero came out, he started getting death threats immediately. Then he's been posting on TikTok every day, like several times a day, and he put up a video about death threats, and he was starting to get depressed, and I'm just like, damn, over a video. Then the Satan shoes hit, right? Would I buy them? They're not really, like, aesthetically, they didn't really do anything for me. That's no shade, but aesthetically, it just didn't do anything for me. And the whole drop of human blood in the soul, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Nike got in that ass so fast. Woo! Hit that man with what a fucking some crazy ass lawsuit. I think it was like what 400 million or some shit, or a cease and desist. So many things happen, but the shoes have been like completely like halted. Like there are no more Satan shoes except for the people that actually got them. And I found out the Lil Nas X Nike branded Satan shoes are now selling for $4,000 on eBay. The shoes were already $1,000 anyway, so I wasn't gonna get them. Period, stimmy or not. Fuck that. $1,000, I can take $1,000 and put that into like a video, or put that into like mixing and mastering for like a project. I'm not spending $1,000 on a pair of sneakers. So they were walling for that shit too. 1,000. Man, fuck out of here, man. Anyway, yo, when did the Grammys happen? Was it February? I don't know, but the article was published on 420. The FCC receives 1,000 complaints over Cardi B's WAP performance at the Grammys. Didn't this shit happen in fucking February? Why are you still mad? Why are you still mad? I really don't understand this whole expectation for artists to be these fucking humble pilgrims. That's not what being an artist is about, people. I'm sorry. We have sex, we fuck, we talk about it. But to do all of this over a performance that was already cleared by the Grammy board, because if it was that bad, the Grammys would not have let that shit go down. So I don't want to hear that. Felt violated with Megan Stallion and Cardi B's performance. One of the FCC complaints begins. I am pro sex positivity and body positivity, but this performance crossed the line into pornography. How? How? I can understand if Megan and Cardi were like scissoring on stage, like literally scissoring, but they weren't. So what is your problem? That's that white people shit. Many kids still awake at the time, and even non-consenting adults were unexpectedly staring at pure objectification of women at its finest. Somebody white wrote that. Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to Megan. Always. WAP forever. You don't have to like it. WAP forever. Moving on. So, our OG rapper Nas makes at least a $40 million come up off of a Coinbase investment that he did in 2013. Now, with the rise of the NFT stuff that I haven't really dug into yet, so I don't really know, so I can't really talk about it. Moving on. The NFT stuff and the cryptocurrency and all that. shout out to Don in the background. Peace to Rad. Peace to Lumberjack T. Peace to Lumberjack T. Yes. Rapper Nas has reportedly earned north of $40 million from an 8-year-old investment that his Queensbridge venture partners made in cryptocurrency exchange platform Coinbase. That was a lot of fucking words. The EPMD artist and his venture capital firm, which has also exited investments in Dropbox and Lyft, participated in Coinbase's $25 million Series B funding round in 2013. when the now amassed company was valued at a comparatively small 143 million or so. Queensbridge typically makes $100,000 to $500,000 investments in emerging companies, and at the time, Coinbase shares were priced at about $1 a piece. Wow. So anybody that's into that shit, be into that shit, because you know the payoff is mighty. But peace to Nas, who got his first Grammy. Moving on. And what's so crazy about this whole Montero thing is like Montero started getting pulled from Spotify, and it was crazy. And then the song hits like 200 million fucking streams on, bruh, 200 million streams in like what, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. To have that kind of audiences, one day, one day. Ladies and gentlemen, I am insanely excited to bring on our guest. This man is one of my favorite producers.
Wow,
He's one of my favorite humans. We've worked together. We were in the trenches doing shows in Brooklyn and all over. So we just going to jump into the interview real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't have it pulled up so I can't see, but I love y'all. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I do the club dance, but I'm in the club bang. Feel like the club bang, you must like a club bang. Probably like the club gang, be cool. I don't wanna talk right now, I just wanna rock right now. Stop right now, you don't hear that bass line now, you don't feel it in your. Please, I ain't coming to impress you. Not doing things, just spending on my head money, trying to be the best. Just do, honey, please step, do. You're fucking up the vibes like, oh. And a place full of lonely people running from a blatant evil. Soulless, you trying to dance, my honey, you don't stand a chance. I fucking bounce on them. Come now, selector, yeah. Come now, selector, yeah. Come now, selector, yeah. Yeah, come now, selector. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the motherfucking interview. Let's go. Woo!
Yo.
Yeah!
Peace. What's going on, brother?
Woo!
Bro, I am humble and extremely grateful for that introduction. Appreciate you.
I figured that it would it would throw you off, you know. To those of you who don't know, this is unusual. From
that's weird to say, right? This is unusual. I said that's weird to say, right? But whatever.
No, I like it, and I think that was a really smart artistic move to just have that be your name, because I think it's all encompassing, you know.
Yeah.
This is unusual from the mighty city of Union City, New Jersey. Producer, brother, best friend, now husband, peace to Vonnie. I mean, there's so many things that I could say about you, but I would like for you to introduce yourself to the people, and then we'll jump into it, because I got a lot of shit to ask you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I go by This Is Unusual. I produce, engineer, mix. Mainly, I just like push buttons and stuff. It's nothing too crazy. Yes, I am. I'm from Union City, New Jersey, and I like music, and I'm here with the great IZM. So.
So before we jump into the performance, before we jump into, you know, talking about the record and all that, as I was preparing for the show, I was thinking about that time when you were at the other house in Jersey City when you were in the basement, and we were in your room, and you were showing me all these beats that you were working on, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing with this shit?" Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, it's not what?
It was Union City, Union City. It was like a
Yeah,
couple blocks away from here.
and I was like, "Yo, whatever you throw away, don't throw it away. Give it to me." And that was how we started to work together. Um, how did you feel when I sent the Great Inmate to you after I recorded it in 2011?
Bro, I was so blown away because, like I told you numerous times, I that was a throwaway beat. You know, it was the first beat I did when I initially got Machine.
Mm.
I had no idea what I was doing. I heard a sample, chopped it up, got some drums, and then that was that. You know, I sent it to you, and I wasn't expecting anything um, from it, but to hear what you did with it and to see where it got you and all that stuff, I was blown away, man. I'm still blown away. Like that's crazy to me.
It's crazy. Like I remember hearing it, and it just instantly I connected with something in the music. Like it just kind of it did something, and it woke up like another part of my pen that I had never really like explored. And I think that's one thing that I really love about working with you when we did the Dark Alley Echoes project. We will get to that in a second too, because I know it's some DAE heads in the chat. I know y'all in there, and thank y'all for supporting that part of our lives as well. Um,
Yes, thank you, everybody that's on the chat and tuning in. We really
word,
appreciate you guys.
like forever, like for real. Um, when you decided that you were going to like really start like doing records and like putting stuff out, like let's go back to Wasted Talent,
Yes,
the very first one.
yeah.
Okay, because not for nothing, when you took me to Beat House, that changed my life.
Oh, Beat House, man! Shout out to Fresh Daily.
Fresh
Beat House,
Daily,
crazy.
shout out to Daniel Joseph, shout out
Yes,
to Nothing New, shout out to Radicule Forever and Always, shout out to Latif
always.
Demir, shout out to Hot Wobble, shout out to Bars, shout out to Annie. I'm missing people.
Shout out to Pudge, yo,
Shout out to
Pudge, the
Pudge.
homie.
Hell yeah. I met Pudge at the fucking In Plain Sight block party, and I was like, oh shit, I've been playing this man shit for years. I gotta get a picture, and I got a picture with him in Nothing New.
Nice. That's what's up,
Very
man.
nice. Sorry, I got excited. Wasted talent.
Yeah.
Um, what I wanted to ask you was your experiences with Beat House what pushed you to kind of want to get into progressive beat culture yourself, or was that something that you always kind of did, but you never really did it in front of people?
Um, I mean, I always enjoyed making music. You know, for me, it was more of like a therapy. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I've never been one to go to therapists or none of that. So for me, music has always been, my therapist. So
yeah.
making beats and making music, that has always been my thing.
Mhm.
When I found out about Beat House and I found out about, uh for the freak show and all that stuff, I was just
And Peace
blown
to
away.
Freak Show too.
For sure, I was just blown away. I was like, wow, there's actually, there's a community here that just comes to listen to beats. I didn't know that existed. So for me, knowing that those platforms, were out there, it just pushed me to, go harder on like the production side to hopefully one day be able to play stuff for people. So, that's where that started. But, shout out to them, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be playing stuff for anybody.
Word.
Yeah, man.
Um, Unusual took me to Beat House maybe 20. 15, 16 maybe.
It might have been that. Yeah.
It's around the time that I think Nothing New dropped Recollection. So whatever year that came out was the year you took me to
Oh,
to a beach
really?
house. And
Oh,
I remember I kind of had that same experience. I was like, wait a minute, like people come to shows to hear people just play beats. This is a thing.
yeah. Yeah. It's
Like I don't have
crazy.
to rap.
Yeah, man.
And watching you and your journey, you taking me to other shows. Shout out to Brain Orchestra. That was
Word.
another one.
Man, that's the homie. That's the god right
That's
there.
the
He
the
crazy.
Greek God for real.
Hey.
Look, we had a show in Brooklyn at Holo. It was me, Brain Orchestra, Radicule, Nothing New. Well, it was me and This Is Unusual as Dark Alley Echoes.
Word.
That was a dope show too, by the way.
That was a fire show. Good food.
I
Good
want to
food was there
get into
too.
that in a minute. But when you compiled Wasted Talent, what was it that you were trying to go for in terms of like, were you trying to establish who you were, or was it just more so I know who I am, that this is what I do?
Not at all. I didn't know what I was or who I was, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just in a space where I was doing my full time, and I felt like, man, I'm wasting so much time and talent in here, because I'm not putting myself out there the way I should be, and I'm not creating, how I should be. So I just felt like I was wasting my talent. So that's where that came from. It wasn't like me coming in like, oh, I got this. No, it was like I know everything is baby steps, and I know it's a journey. It's a never ending journey with music. So for me, it was just me trying to get my foot in the door and just seeing where I went. I didn't expect people to vibe with it so hard. So I'm super grateful and honored for that, man. Definitely.
I remember after Wasted Talent came out, I think you had gotten your first feature with B House, right? Or was it before the first EP came out?
It might have been. I'm not really
I
sure.
can't remember.
Yeah, I know. I did the Beat House. They had like an open.
You did the open aux,
The
right?
open aux.
Right. That
Yeah,
was yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I don't think I had stuff out like around there. Shout out to Nothing New, man. Nothing New. If it wasn't because of him, like he let me. He literally let me cut in front of him to go and do my first open aux. So if it wasn't because of him, I probably wouldn't be doing like the shows and that was like the beginning of everything for both of us, because he started doing shows around that time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it was out when I did my first show at Beat House, or it might have. I'm not sure, man. To be honest, I'm not sure.
I remember being in the audience. It was me, your sister. I think Vonnie was there too, and I was just proud. I think I cried.
Oh damn.
I think I did. Or it was when you got your feature with Beat House. I think I cried for that one, definitely. But
Oh
seeing you up
yeah.
there doing it
Yeah.
versus remembering you playing beats for me in the basement, it was just like he's really becoming this thing. And then Bacon, Egg, and Beats came out. Wait, no, we gotta come back because in between Wasted Talent and Bacon, Egg, and Beats was Dark Alley Echoes.
Yeah.
For those of you who are out there who aren't familiar with that, we teamed up and we released a project under Dark Alley Echoes called Becoming.
Yes.
The song that I did before we brought Unusual on is our first single, Selector. For the people, I'm trying to get in the chat. There are a lot of people here that are familiar with Selector, but I kind of want to give them the backstory so that they know like how crazy this whole shit came about. Because it wasn't a planned thing. Like we were just chilling,
No.
and you showed me it was like a shell of the beat.
Yeah, that was a throwaway beat too. It was just there. I was I had a folder of just stuff that I did that I wasn't too sure of. I was like, I mean, I don't do house music. I don't do any of that stuff. So for me, it was just like messing around. I did not, under any circumstances, expect you to react the way that you did. Like that was like crazy to me that you love that beat so much that you wrote the song in 15 minutes. And I had no choice but to add to that and finish it,
Yep.
because it was like it was right there. So that kind of started everything for us. So shout out to Selecta, man.
While I was writing, Unusual was completing the beat.
Yeah,
So by the
yeah.
time he got done, I was completely done with the song. I was like, all right, I'm done. And I rapped the whole thing. And he was
Yeah.
like, all right, well, let's run it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
So
it.
we ran it. And we're sitting there and we play the song back. And Unusual turns in his chair to me and he goes, yo, you want to do an EP?
That was it, yeah.
And that was it.
That was it, man.
It's
You
and that just started like the whole Dark Alley Echoes journey. And while we're trying to figure shit out, we're getting booked.
yeah.
The album's not
Crazy.
even done yet, and we're getting booked.
It's crazy, bro.
So, peace to everybody that booked us. Peace to Simon Brown, to Nothing New, um, uh, uh, QXTs, Worldwide, Rolando. We miss you so much, man. Can't wait to go back to fucking QXTs, man.
Or Sound and Color too.
Whew, to Lyle, my brother, yes, who got us booked at the fucking Hoofers Club that's owned by the fucking black dude that tap dances with the fucking locks. Shit. I forgot. That's so bad. I forgot his name. Sayon Glover. So like we got around. What was one thing that you took away from the Dark Alley Echoes experience that you took back with you on your solo journey?
Well, I mean, I wasn't like, I was not a performer at all. I didn't know what that was. You have been doing this for years, so this is like second nature to you. So
Yeah.
for you to take me on your journey, I will forever be indebted. I'm super grateful for that. But it was for me, it was a learning experience. I didn't know what it took. I remember I was doing shows in Brooklyn, super deep, and then having to take 2 trains and a bus. You know what I mean, to get back home, and then going to work the next morning.
Exactly.
Like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But
Fine, man.
yeah, prior to that, I have with like shows or anything. Like I did a couple of shows here and there, but
Yeah.
thank you for allowing me to come with you on your journey, because that was like that was me taking shots. It was me taking them 1,000 shots a day. So
Bro, when we got done, no, we were working. I think we had done Drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk on the Light was our second single, which we released in May of 2017. The project came out September 1st, 2017. Yeah, I'm the person that remembers dates because that type of shit means a lot to me. But anyway, so y'all, Unusual goes, yeah, so yeah, so you're just gonna put this out. I was like, no, we're putting it out. Oh nah, man, I'm trying to be in the background. I was like, no, like you're coming out there with me, like you're coming with me.
It's true. It's true.
So what am I gonna do? Do your little thingy stuff.
Push the button.
I'll rap over it while you do it live. Okay. And that was what we did. And it was really
Yeah.
cool to like not have to worry about having to control my music. Like I
Yeah.
could just perform. I
Or
could go out there, be crazy, grab everybody by the nuts, and say good night. And that was what we did every show. And then we just kept getting booked gig after gig after gig after gig. And then 2018, Unusual was like, listen, I kind of want to take a break and focus on my stuff. And I was like, you know what? Do that. So from 2018 to 2021, what the fuck have you been doing?
Well, we released, Bacon Egg and Beats.
Mm-hmm.
We did Cuatro Golpes.
Mm-hmm.
We did Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
And we just released during these challenging times. And we have a couple other joints coming out soon. So yeah, man, I've just been trying to just make more music, but not only that, when the follow-up to Becoming comes out, right? I wanted to sound like we, me, it didn't make sense to do and us the same. I wanted us to,
Yeah.
when they hear, what that we're gonna drop. I know they're both gonna see the evolution with both of us. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I wanted.
Yeah. My whole thing, hold on. Did you put out Bacon Egg and Beats, Golpes, and the and
Bad Batch.
in the same year?
Um,
I didn't do my research. I'm sorry.
that's a good. No, it's cool. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I know they were like close, but I don't know if.
Because I'm sitting here thinking about it. I don't remember you releasing anything in 2019 or 2020.
Right.
So you put out 3 projects in 1 year, and you didn't even know.
It might have been. It might have been Bacon Egg and Beats in 1 year, and then the other 2 on the other year. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I think what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Sorry if the thing looks weird because my camera's here and I'm looking at you. So
No, got you.
yeah.
But yeah, just that's just a testament to your work ethic. Like, I would say you and I did a similar thing. I put out 3 projects the same year, 2018, the 2 beat tapes and the spoken word project. Also, Unicorn Vomit 2, ladies and gentlemen, engineered by this man.
Glad I could help with that, bro.
I went to him. Terard said Bacon, Egg and Beats, 4 Golpes 2018, Bad Batch 2019. Thank you, Lumberjack T. Peace to Terard. Thank you.
That was TR TJ. That's TJ. I think so.
TJ.
TR TJ.
Nah, TR is Terard Robinson, an artist by the name of Lumberjack T, who's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, my bad. It looks like never mind. Because one of my buddies has that same
Oh, word.
Yeah, so I thought it was that. My bad, T.
Well, peace to that homie, and thank you for doing that research. We appreciate it. What would you say is okay? We're skipping to during these challenging times.
Yes.
So we are now past the apex of the pandemic, even though it's still rampant and going on. Did you feel any pressure to have to do something during lockdown, like how everyone was saying online, oh, if you don't come out of lockdown with something, then you didn't like, was that something that you felt, or did you just create how you felt as a response to what was going on?
To be honest with you, I didn't really look at at a lot of like stuff that people were saying or things that were happening outside of
Yeah.
of myself.
Yeah.
Um, I was really stuck, man. It was a tough time for me, and I know a lot of people were also stuck. You know, like I got furloughed from work. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see my family, couldn't see my friends. So
Yeah.
I didn't feel any type of pressure to make anything. But what ended up happening as a result of it was during these challenging times. It was something that it was not forced. It kind of just happened on its own.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, when you're into music and you make music and you can't go out, you can't hang out with your friends, you're not working. It's like, all right, let me make some music, you know.
Right.
So it happened very organically and it happened on its own time, and it wasn't forced. And I wasn't looking at like, you know, trying to do what everybody else is doing or trying to come out with anything. It was my way of expressing what I felt and what I was going through and what I was seeing. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you have a favorite song on the record? I have mine, which is
Um,
"We Regret to Inform You." That is
oh
something that
wow.
I've always wanted to hear you make, and you actually made it.
Yeah. Do I have a favorite? To be honest with you,
It's "Hope," isn't it?
hope is fire to me, but uncertainty,
Yeah.
I feel like
The
it.
album opener, by the way, people.
What did you say? Hello?
"Uncertainty" is the first song on the
Oh
album.
yeah. My
Yeah.
bad. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of cutting in and out a bit. So yeah.
got it. Yeah, uncertainty is definitely like one of those tracks for me that you know, definitely, you know, I just gravitated to. Drained too,
Oh, oh, that's
and
so
we
dark and yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Drained, definitely,
Where did
definitely.
Drain come from?
It was just
Or
how I was feeling.
what was Drain born out of, should I say?
Well, I just felt like I was drained myself. Like I just didn't know like what else, you know, to kind of do. Like, you know, we were all dealing with the social distancing thing, you
Yeah,
know, a lot of economic like hardships. People were losing their homes and their
yeah.
jobs and things like that. And,
It was a lot.
you know, there was that long overdue, you know, focus on like racial injustice as well that we began to see, you know.
Yeah,
Um, and then just people dealing with the illness and dying, and people I knew and people that, you know, parents of my friends were just dying. So it was like
yeah,
I just felt drained. Like
yeah.
it was what I was, you know, experiencing at the moment. So, you know, that's where that came from.
It's one of the most I uh I don't really know how to explain it. Dark doesn't really explain how the title makes so much sense to the actual song. You feel like you felt that.
Yeah.
That's another thing about your music. Y'all, we are about to get into the performance, but first of all, y'all don't see Unusual talk that often. So this is a treat.
I'm not much of a talker, no.
He's never been even when like we do shows, I was the one that was doing the majority of the talking. Oh, this is unusual. He but nah, and I did everything else. But when it came time, them beats was fucking. Whew, I miss the fucking tricks that you would do to like Selector or slaying Goliaths, like the shit you would just do and the oh man. Um
Appreciate it, man.
yeah. Let's get into that and then we'll get into the performance. Um, can you? How do you? Okay. I don't. Oh no, because no, because that's gonna kind of like give your juice away. I don't want to ask you that. Um.
Can't
Okay.
give the juice away,
How
man.
when you're doing a live set, right?
Yeah.
And you got your shit set up and everything. Thank you. That same setup that you gave me, like what, a few years ago, I still use that.
Oh, word. Okay.
But I need to
All right.
update it because I need to update it. Peace to our brother Paulo in the chat. Peace to
Paulo.
Trisha La Presidenta in the chat.
Holla.
Um,
Radicule's in there too. Shout out to Radicule, man. That's
Peace
the
to
homie.
Radicule. Of course, peace to Rad. Peace to Don Krypton. Peace to Hassan Farah, my best friend who is here in the living room. Wait, no. TR is your boy.
Yeah, it's
You're
TJ.
right. My bad. Yo,
That's
TR,
cool.
yo, my bad, bro. My bad. My bad. My
It's
bad.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouted everybody out in the chat. Perfect.
Oh
So
wait,
when you have your
Radic's
live
at
sets,
Radic's at
and
15 minutes.
how do you know when to use certain effects or when they should come in? Like, is there like a method to it, or do you just go with how you feel? Because
It's,
that's how I learned how to do it from you.
yeah, it's all like, one thing I miss about like doing live shows, and like a venue with people is you feed off the energy of those that are in there. So
Right.
for me, the effects come from just vibing with the crowd and just reading their energy.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just do
Do
it
it.
like as I go, so
Um. Well, before we get into your performance, is there anything that you want to leave with the people?
yeah. We are still dealing with like a lot of, we're dealing with hard times, we're dealing with hardships and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
little by little we are moving forward. And I just want everybody to know that you're not alone on this. Everybody's going through it just like you. um Things are going to be okay. I have hope that things will get better. So this is not the end. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, this is not the end. And I will get to see everybody soon. And I just hope that everybody stays safe, and I hope everybody's healthy. And
Right.
yeah, we're gonna push forward. That's my mentality with all this stuff. So hopefully this music that I created can get you through this, and we could push forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the moment that I have been waiting for because I haven't seen this man perform in a couple years now. Um, Brother, thank you for taking a chance on me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for always helping me, for breaking things down for me into dummy terms so I can take it back and do it myself. Like, I can't thank you enough for your brothership because it means so much to me. And I had to have you on because I had to have you on. But this new album has a new energy to it, and now there's a new name. So I would like to introduce to some and present to others mi hermano, mi loco. This is unusual. You now have the floor. Let's get into the performance.
During these challenging times. During these challenging times.
Hell yeah. I told you he was going to bring the motherfucking pain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please show your love to This Is Unusual.
Thank you guys so
much. Brother, so much. It felt really good to hear you do Hope live, and We March. Actually, I got We March and Drain mixed up.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
I was talking about We March earlier, not Drained. Drained is one of the firest songs on the fucking album, period.
What? That's crazy.
To hear you freak that live, that was a gift. I already put your social media shit in the chat, but any last words for the people? Anything you want to say? Tell them where they can follow you. Anything you have coming up? Now's the time.
Yeah. So Instagram, This Is Unusual Shop. Twitter, This Is Unusual. If you want to music on Bandcamp, so ThisIsUnusual.com. That's where we have all our stuff. Also, I'm dropping, these face masks. They're $100 a piece. You know what I mean? During these challenging times.
I mean, why not?
I did that. That was a collaboration with Supreme. You feel me? So it's a super exclusive.
$100 a mask. Get it right.
Yeah, man. But yeah.
Thing before we go, what most people may not know, Unusual and I are a part of an organization, Psi Sigma Phi. Peace to Angel that was in the chat. Peace to Ace that was in the chat. Nate that's watching. Peace to all the brothers who are watching.
Paulo in there.
Paulo in the chat. Tight grips always. Again, brother, thank you so much, man. Like, I can't thank you enough. We're gonna be getting up soon.
Man, listen, thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to I don't want to butcher the name. EvoluCulture. Yes. Shout out to them for having us and having me. I truly and really appreciate it. And just stay healthy, stay well. Keep me posted on anything. We have a lot of stuff coming out, so I'm excited to share that with everybody. But in the meantime, we got during these challenging times, what I'm saying, I did this myself. So check that out. I mean, we're available everywhere, all streaming platforms. We on Bandcamp, so just run that.
Right.
And shout out to everybody, that's tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you, and thank you for the constant support.
All right, brother. I'll be seeing you shortly.
Take care, brother. Love you, man. Hug, air hug.
Again, hugs, tight grips always. Once again, this is Unusual Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the outro. Let's take it home. Well, first of all, thank you to everyone who stopped in this evening. This interview meant a lot to me. Unusual is my brother. He's someone that I call on. He's someone who's helped me to revive projects that, would have not come out if he hadn't helped me, especially with Unicorn Vomit too. So, again, peace to This Is Unusual. I just want to leave off with this. However you can and wherever you can, find peace and keep it. Safeguard it however you got to safeguard it, but you find you some peace and you keep it. Because during these challenging times, that's what's going to keep us. I encourage you, those of you who are artists, dreamers, go after your shit. I tell you the same thing every episode. Go after your shit. To those of you who may have lost loved ones, I send peace and strength to you. To those of you who may be struggling with anxiety or depression, I send love and peace to you as well. And also, you can visit EvoluCulture.com for this fine shirt and all of the awesome merchandise that they have for sale. Get your mugs, get your bags, your leggings, your shirts, your hoodies. EvoluCulture.com, you already know. On the behalf of myself, my brother King Don Krypton in the background, La Presidenta, Treasure Board, and the big boss, Sean Battle, on behalf of EvoluCulture, we love you. And we wish you safety. We wish you mental, spiritual, and physical wellness. All power to the people. Hands off the Sada. You already know. Be off the mic, baby. Good night.